Assalamu alaikum, Training Zone ke Nazreen. Warmly welcome to all of you with another important training session. The topic is uh, quite clear, the Saudi Aramco camp inspector training. There are residential compounds, there are camps in Saudi Aramco, nearby projects, sometimes little far away from the projects. So we need camp inspectors to be fully trained of different areas. So as per Saudi Aramco, they have to have weekly inspections, monthly inspections, and report to Saudi Aramco as well. And sometimes the regular daily inspections of different areas. So warmly welcome again, but please subscribe, like, and share if you're new to our channel. This is our daily learning club, the training zone. And thank you very much for sharing your success stories. And that's uh, the track always motivate me to invest more time at training zone. So after this training, if you need a third-party certificate and you complete this training at our channel, just come and let us know. We will send you or might be we'll arrange an exam for you. And if you pass, we'll issue you the certificate, the third-party certificate. But we will test your knowledge via interview or might be via Zoom or through phone call. So be ready for this one. So as a camp inspector, these are the key topics you have to be brilliant with as a professional, as a safety professional, as a camp inspector. So what are the important areas you'll be taking care of? The toilets and the showers, that they are in good condition, no damage, everything is okay, they are functioning well. Eating areas or kitchen facilities, very critical area where you know you need to make sure whatever we are using in the kitchen and eating areas are good as per Saudi Aramco. Laundry facilities, as a camp inspector, you need to keep an eye on common areas like where people can feel and enjoy some nature. So those common areas also you need to look into. And cleaning schedules, which area, who is cleaning, how and when. And the sign should also be there, somebody like as a sanitation supervisor or even as a camp inspector, no harm to check those areas and sign. Whatever area you visit, just sign that inspection card, So telephones, make sure they are functioning well. Sleeping rooms are in good condition. Sometimes I say no harm to go for surprise undeclared inspections or audits of different rooms and see how the condition is. Food hygiene is becoming critically important because food, yes, the population is increasing and food companies, they are diversifying, preparing different type of food items just to accommodate us. So food hygiene should be like whoever is involved and dealing with food, their personal hygiene should also be ensured. Pest control, especially the flies, the rodent bite stations, fumigation, and different type of things are important to make sure, proper pest control in the whole camp areas are there. If you are reusing LPG cylinder, there are some rules we need to follow, like keep them away from the building and not inside the building, the outside building. Drinking water, yes, the all Saudi Aramco projects, the environmental engineer is became mandatory. So environmental engineer have to make sure that drinking water is being analyzed, evaluated through external lab. And yes, trash or the waste management system should also be comprehensive. Fire safety systems or fire system safety, that's also need to be looked into, like all fire extinguishers, fire hoses, alarm system. Saudi Aramco have stopped even for the contractors to use battery operated alarm system. Now they are encouraging you have to have addressable alarm system, which means a panel is there and the alarm along with the smoke or heat detectors So you can find the location as quick as possible from the panel, and there should also be a zone number and the drawing, of all the zone numbers at the panel side. There are certain medical requirements like first aid room, or make sure one trained nurse is there. Food safety, as I told you, if food hygiene is critically important, means food safety is also so much important. So water safety, make sure you have inspection record of everything and you know how to report, and make sure the training requirements are, you are trained enough and certified, and keep the record of everything. So record keeping is another area as a camp inspector you need to ensure. So these are some of the topics we'll be covering in this training. So learning objectives are quite clear: to ensure employees have the information they need in order to comply with Saudi Aramco requirements, and also to ensure camp administrators are implementing Saudi Aramco requirements, to ensure Saudi Aramco contracted camp are in compliance with Saudi Aramco requirements. The outcome of this course is to make sure you have clean, hygienic camp and exhibit health, safety, and welfare for employees, to meet with client expectation, and client mean the Aramco. To meet with all clients' contractual requirements. Every company, whoever working directly with Saudi Aramco, they have signed a contract. So within the contract, what are the requirements? Whatever the requirements are agreed and signed, make sure you are complying with them and keep the evidence to prove that you are following, you are respecting the contractual agreement terms, and you are not violating even a single one. And that is the ultimate responsibility of the camp inspector, to identify either all the contractual requirements are implemented and maintained, sustained, or there are few things need to be improved. So the major contractor camps contractor responsibilities are quite clear: to provide adequate resources for the preventive maintenance and timely all camp accommodation services like electrical power, air conditioning, water supply, plumbing, sewage. Yes, we need adult supervision, proper adult supervision required. And what are the responsibilities? What kind of things need to be taken care of? See if such kind of any broken switches are there, sockets are there, need to be informed and corrected immediately through electricians. And these bad practices should never be accepted. Such kind of AC conditions, or the way they are, so it's horrible, right? So these are the things are not acceptable. So testing is critically important. Fire hoses. Don't let people to use fire hoses for other purpose, because in case of emergency, in case of fire emergency, the fire hose is surely a great source to fight with fire, right? Toilets conditions, such kind of, from the contractor side is not acceptable in Aramco. Such conditions as well. Toilets, bathroom, showers, not acceptable. Yes, this is the right example. So make sure you maintain a good environment, in the toilets, bathrooms, and showers are functioning well. This is another good example, because after all, your employees, they are serving to Aramco. So Aramco means a global brand, and you're working with brands. So you have to improve yourself, right? Eating areas, make sure, the eating areas are in good condition, well organized, standardized, neat and clean. Pest control is also there. And the staff, the waiters, they are in full PPs. Kitchen facilities, the bad environment at all is not acceptable in Aramco. So we have to improve. Yes, a small example. Another example of kitchen facilities, laundry facilities, such kind of, the garbage container with covers. I mean, how come these could be acceptable? Okay. So no laundry area, no dryer provided for immediate laundry drying, wet clothes hang for drying. This is not the way. Common areas have to be like in good condition. In Saudi Aramco, sometimes we get swimming pool, we get gym club, snooker, badminton, different kind of just for employees' well-being to maintain their good health, especially the mental health. There should be a cleaning schedule, which area need to clean and how often have to be cleaned and who is responsible for that particular area to be cleaned. And most importantly, the cleaning materials produced, the products are using. And this is how the cleaning schedule should be. Who will be cleaning which area, what is the area name, the frequency, either it's daily or weekly cleaning materials. And the method of cleaning should also be well defined and see if it is completed, checked, signatures are important. That's why some camp areas they have sanitation supervisors separately. There must be a safety plan, maintenance and safety plan, especially in written form, and that is the contractor safety manual, and where you have to tell Saudi Aramco that this is how you will ensure a better, safe, hygiene kind of hygienic operation in all camp services, even maintenance of critical equipment. Telephones access should be 24 hours, at least two telephones should be operational just to use in case of emergencies. And emergency numbers, we have to post it, like especially related to fire, ambulance, medical, police, and security. This is just a small example. Sleeping rooms have to be neat and clean, adequate space for bedding, and closet storage space for each employee in accordance with Saudi Aramco sanitary code. The rooms are to have no insects, rodent, no overcrowding is allowed as per Aramco requirements. This is not acceptable. Not acceptable. Not at all acceptable. The bed bugs. Eating areas, make sure the food preparation can comply with cooking and storage temperature according to the industry standards. LPG cylinders, as I told you, should be located outside of the any building, sheltered from the sun and rain, and provided with suitable protective piping. Food temperature, the cooked food, make sure is 75 degrees or above. Heated storage, 60 degree, frozen food at minus 18 degree and chilled below 5 degree. Food hygiene, yes, proper food hygiene is critically important, and some of the companies they have separate food safety inspector because they really want to keep satisfied Saudi Aramco and they really take care of their employees. The companies or the brands who think that our employees are our greatest asset, basically they are getting more success, more projects. Food hygiene, as we discussed earlier, clean food preparation counter should be there, wash basins for cleaning food and hands, pest proof fat like screens or doors and windows. Pest control like cockroaches, flies, bed bugs, and cats prevent pest entry and access to the. That's why the third party company should also be there, especially to deal with pests. Self closing screens on doors and windows can also help us. Food hygiene, look at the bacteria double their numbers every 20 minutes. Like after 1 hour, 1,000 bacteria become 8,000. We have to be very careful. Food poisoning caused by eating contaminated food, it can make you very sick or even kill you. So your body will lose fluid that your vital organs need for you to survive. LPG cylinders never be stored inside the building, and make sure they have natural rubber hoses, pink or light brown color with the Jubilee clips. Adjustable clamps must never be used. Drinking water, safe, clean, and Aramco is just making sure, like they take care of their direct employees, same way they want their contractor also to take care of their employees, because Aramco believes a person directly or indirectly serving to Saudi Aramco is very much important, and they consider all those guys who are serving to Aramco as an employee of Aramco. So water quality sampling and testing shall also be done. In section 2, we can discuss water quality, especially the common areas, 7 common problems Saudi Aramco identified in water supply, like lack of chlorine testing, no chlorine detectable in the drinking water, connection hoses left unprotected, tank air intake unprotected, inspection hatches left open, water too hot or heating by sunlight, water stagnation in pipe, work, or tanks. The water quality, chlorine is added to safeguard against contamination such as dust or bacteria that enter the system. The water starts off with a low level at the plant, which can drop over time. Some residual chlorine is lost, so make sure we use heat degrades chlorine rapidly within 24 hours. Chlorine testing is important, and for this one, make sure you must test the delivery of the water tankers to see if water is safe to drink. And if you have your own water treatment plant, make sure you test it daily twice. Testing kits such as the levy bond, or we call it comparator, used at swimming pools are ideal, available from local suppliers. Trash at camp building must not be allowed to accumulate. Trash bins should be emptied daily and taken to designated temporary storage areas. Yards, parking lots, recreation areas, at residential camps shall be kept free of debris, trash, and construction material storage. So this is, to be emptied daily and weekly, but need to be covered. Fire systems, the smoke detectors, as per NFPA, all alarm systems, even the portable fire extinguishers must be working well, and they should be inspected at least on a monthly basis. This is not acceptable. Make sure there is a regular inspection, like full month, and the needle should be in green zone. Your internal inspection and the tag, like for next refilling date, should be this sticker should be pasted by the third party company. Test the whole thing, the alarm system, the smoke detectors, again through third party. Fire exit doors shouldn't be locked at all. Electrical, all need to be used, like FM and UL approved. No voltage regulator or plug-in adapters to be used. Electrical cords are not to be overloaded. Not acceptable. Not acceptable. Not at all acceptable. And UL and FM approved electrical items are well approved, accepted by Saudi Aramco. This is just an example. New improved version of Terminator quality electrical products are there. Medical, make sure we have trained nurse, 24 hours ambulance available, you know. So have minimum 10% of employee residents certified and first aid and BLS. So like out of 100, make sure, the 10 guys are trained as a first aid and BLS. And there should be a hygienic treatment room. Make sure we have comprehensive ambulance service as per Saudi Aramco requirements. And there should be a medical services facility. So camp inspections are critically important. Do it on weekly basis. There should be a camp inspection checklist, and all high-risk areas required immediate action. Any deficiencies, make sure you have corrective action plan. And weekly inspection should also be done and kept in the contractor's campsite. On a monthly basis, these all weekly inspections should be submitted to client safety department. Emergency evacuation plan is critically important. Make sure in all areas everybody knows in case of emergency where are the muster points and what are the exit routes. Not acceptable, not acceptable, not at all, not at all. Yes, no smoking areas should be respected. And this is how you can store, the empty cylinders, LPG cylinders. This is how it need to be covered, shaded. Not acceptable, not acceptable, not acceptable, not at all acceptable. Yes, a good practice. Mhm. So if you really want to work with Saudi Aramco, start improving yourself. The reporting is critically important because there is a monthly activity report and all weekly inspections through CS safety group have to be reported. Training, especially related to how to use fire extinguishers, how to respond in case of emergency, the first aid and BLS, especially first aid and BLS, make sure the Saudi Heart Association accreditation is there. Personal hygiene, H2S, these are some of the trainings. Food safety, level 1 and level 2 and level 3, you know, need to be maintained. Water treatment system must be there. Weekly safety meetings and in the monthly activity report, it should also be reported here. 5 drills, minimum 2 drills per year. That's what Aramco is expecting. And fire warden shall have, every camp should have a team of fire wardens. And fire warden mean third party certified, you know, and someone should be there as a trainer as well. And for emergency disaster planning, yes, it's include the camp supervisor and key person. They should have a proper training how to deal with disasters so in our emergency response program, we have to cover this topic like emergency disaster planning. Risk assessment is critically important, and through safety department, we can make sure all areas are having risk assessment, and camp inspector should also help to safety individuals to complete this risk assessment. So make sure we have fire warden, like train the trainer, safety management system, food safety level 1, level 3, camp inspector training is there, vehicle safety program, and various courses like H2S, HASCOM, fall protection, heat stress. The records need to be maintained in good condition with proper visibility, proper labeling. And compliance inspectors make sure, it's a team, especially central camp admin. There should be electrical engineer, mechanical, civil, and safety engineer. And they should also inspect, especially through the key persons have to be part of this inspection, like camp supervisor, safety representative, fire warden, kitchen boss. Examine all requested documentation, even discuss any issue regarding corrective action. So conduct inspection of facility. Like this is an example of before and after and should be reported. All these improvements need to be reported in monthly inspection reports. Any non-compliance, Saudi Aramco have penalty clauses, so get ready for the fine if you will not improve. So back charges to the contracting company for someone else to do necessary to be in compliance. Contractor company being committed from future bid slates and replacement of key contractor employees, applies to contractor construction standards and approval. Make sure, we follow and we have acceptable conditions for employee residence. The most common problem found in camps, these are the most common, like fire safety issues, no fire wardens, No fire drills, poor inspection of extinguishers and detectors, and employees do not know what to do in case of emergency. Housekeeping is a challenge like dirty toilets, showers, trash everywhere, overcrowded dormitories, the use of unapproved electrical devices, disruptors, extension cords, cooking and sleeping areas, poor pest control, insects and pests, poor maintenance of AC unit. These are the issues highlighted commonly by Saudi Aramco. The main hazards in the camp are fires due to defective AC units, unapproved electrical appliances, even fires from cooking and smoking, especially in cooking in dormitories, LPG gas cylinders inside building and incorrect hose connections, electrical hazards like food poisoning, spread of infectious diseases. These are some of the losses, that's why it should never be repeated. And if your accident graph will go up and up, you will get out of Aramco network because a lot of incidents happened in the history and Aramco will never let you repeat it actually. Okay. So 7 people were killed and 2 seriously injured. 6 were Indian and 1 was Nepali. 6 general labor complaints. These in 2009. Leaking LPG cylinder was the reason in the kitchen. And this is what we covered so far in this training. Thank you very much, guys. Take care of yourself. And if you're new to our channel, please subscribe, like, and share. Like me, you will also be learning on a daily basis. Thank you very much. And all the best in Aramco network.